Let's turn now to WJZ investigator Mike Helgren. He's live in the WJZ Mobile Weather Lab with more on conditions to our west in Carroll County. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Vic. They were bad earlier, but they're looking pretty good right now. We want to show you the roads here. There's a little rain coming down, actually, and they got the main roads here down to bare pavement, as you see on Route 140 as we head on the outskirts of Westminster. A messy winter storm started as heavy snow and transitioned to sleet and ice across Maryland. Tell me what it's been like out here.
The roads have been pretty slushy and slippery.
Plow trains tried to keep snow off roads in hard-hit Carroll County, where snow started around 9 a.m. and kept falling for hours.
695 was kind of covered, kind of slushy. These roads are better, but I saw a guy just wipe out right down the street there. State police responded to hundreds of service calls and more than 100 crashes as state highway crews used hundreds of pieces of equipment.
It'll start to transition into all ice, and what we have to do is make sure that everything's passable and we can get a good layer of salt on that ice to make sure the roads are nice and dry.
The cold weather misery will continue into tonight.
The roads are slick, so you have to be careful with that. You know, take your time, get off the roads as soon as you can.
Okay, we're heading toward Tawnytown now. A live look at these wet roads. Again, the danger of refreezing tonight. And we have some more new information from the state health department. There have now been 34 cold weather related deaths this season. 8 new ones reported over the past week. We've also been checking in with BGE. There are only 63 power outages in their service area, but these trees could get weighed down by ice later tonight. We're going to continue to drive around here and monitor the roads. We're now live in the Mobile Weather Lab. Back to TV Hill.
All right, that is a worry. Thank you, Mike. Well, Devin Bartolotta, she's been following the conditions in Baltimore City and County. Devin, are you still in Rogers Forge, and what's it like there now?
I am still in Rogers Forge. The snowplows have arrived here at Dumbarton Middle School, and the rain has arrived in Baltimore County. You can see I've got my umbrella here. It's coming down already, just as we expected, even though we had a few hours of a break here. It's only adding insult to injury as everyone fights to clean up this mess. It was fierce, fast, and tough to keep up with. From the city to Baltimore County, inches of heavy snow shut down schools, government offices, and coated roads as fast as they could be cleared.
So we always start with the main roads and the highways, and once those are clear, we then can move to the secondary roads and then the tertiary roads.
Across Baltimore City, cars and sidewalks were slathered with slushy snow, making the parts of daily life still operating on schedule much more difficult. In Parkville, off-road was the only way to ride, as some kids and their parents got to enjoy the lighter side of the snow day.
It's fun, but it's also annoying. You gotta clean it up. But it's fun, the kids are enjoying it.
Cleaning it up now becomes a round-the-clock job, fighting the forecast of a second wintry wave.
So we know that there's some ice potentially in the forecast later today, mixed with some rain. We just ask folks that if it seems wet, treat it as ice.
Now, we all know we had a few-hour break where crews were able to catch up with the storm, try to get some of the slush off the roads before this rain set in. That doesn't mean they're stopping. We are still seeing plows out and about trying to clear off those side roads and those tertiary roads as we head into the second wave. Reporting live in Rogers Forge, I'm Devin Bartolotta for WJZ.
Devin, thank you. Let's turn now to Kimberly Eaton in Mobile 13 with more on how roadways look around Howard County. Kimberly.
And Vic, we're going to give you a live look at this hour at Main Street here in Ellicott City. We took you down here a few hours ago, and it was pretty. It was snow covered. Now you can see it's mostly turned to slush. Now we know, of course, that snow created quite the mess for most of the morning here in Howard County and into the afternoon. But now comes the concern that this remaining water and slush that's still out here on the street could turn to ice and make seemingly or somewhat clear streets dangerous all over again.
Near whiteout conditions and snow-packed streets as 4 inches of snow erased center lines and sent drivers sliding through Howard County Wednesday morning.
When I first started coming down, it was pretty soft and flaky and light.
It was the start of a 1-2 punch of winter weather that's kept road crews busy, dealing with flakes first and the threat of rain next.
That is something that we are a little concerned about. So we're keeping an eye on it to make sure that we are ahead of that rather than be behind it.
Howard County's Bureau Chief of Highway said 150 pieces of equipment were standing by before dawn, ready to tackle the mix of moisture that's been hitting Howard County since early morning. The snow that caused so many problems in the AM, potentially turning beneficial in the PM as a barrier on the roadways.
Sometimes it helps, the snow actually on the ground actually helps with providing some of the traction.
Rain or snow, he says the goal is to have the messy mix clear before the Thursday morning commute.
And crews are continuing to work. In fact, the Maryland State Highway Administration tweeted out just a few minutes ago, even if the snow has stopped in your area, keep safety in mind. They say they are continuing to work to clear the roads, so stay off the roads if you can and enjoy the rest of your snow day. That's, of course, what we've heard from folks here in Howard County as well, so something to keep in mind as you take another live look here at road conditions in Ellicott City. For now, back to you.
All right, thank you, Kimberly. Kelsey Kushner is live now in Harford County, updating conditions there. Hi, Kelsey.
Hi, Denise. So right now we are starting to get that rain up here in Harford County. I-95 behind me, you can see some of those cars moving pretty quickly out there on the roads. They're starting to clear them off, but of course officials say you still want to stay off the roads. It's pretty slick out there, and families we spoke with say they are using today as the perfect excuse to stay indoors. It's a perfect day to stay home and start a snow fight. Wednesday's snowstorm dumped almost 4 inches of snow on Harford County. Stubborn piles of slush and snow coated the streets and highways along 95, complicating the commute for drivers.
We've got some work to do, and I think as the temperatures warm and we begin to see some rain, that'll help us. But we've got probably 4 or 5 hours of good pushing and clearing to do yet.
The conditions shutting down schools, forcing families to dig their way out of the mess. Mackenzie and her sister taking the tough job seriously.
You can throw snow at people.
Others finding a different way to get around. And as the snow slows down before the next round of the winter weather mix moves in, some families say they're enjoying the ride.
I think we're having a blast. We're making the best of it.
Now we are still seeing plow trucks out here working to clean off those roads. Of course, officials are saying families should stay inside, stay off the roads. That way their crews can get the job done. I'm Kelsey Kushner reporting live for WJZ.